Promoting this event?
Yeah, so my name is Bernard, and that's Martin said we are participating to support the Iraqi people. Just I want to say something about, when you speak about Iraq in abroad, not only in the Western world, but abroad, what do you speak about? You just know that in Iraq there is a fight against Daesh. By the way, the war against Daesh is more violent and more effective in Iraq than in Syria. If you take the numbers of casualties, the numbers of military operations, and so on.
It's more violent, yeah.
Yeah. You have for example, in my country, in France, everybody speaks about Syria. Nobody speaks about Iraq. When there was the second siege of Fallujah and the liberation of Fallujah, there was a few information, but it was not in the headlines. It's Iraq. Then, of course, the actuality about Iraq in the media is there was a bomb in Baghdad that every week. Because terrorists putting bombs in Baghdad, full stop. And then, of course, also you have the question of the refugees. Now, if you speak about refugees and IDPs, well, there is more refugees inside Iraq than refugees going out of Iraq. And the biggest problem is the displacement of population within Iraq, and how to help these people and how to settle them and so on. Of course, it's part of the regional crisis. And then we have in Iraq now this social movement that has been described, which is of course stronger in some places than in others, and which is a movement against the dislocation of society, a movement for social justice and for freedom, a movement also for independence, concerning the interference of regional and foreign powers inside the Iraqi scene, as a movement which developed despite the fact that there is war going on the territory, and despite the fact that there is authoritarian rules, several rules, and so on. Nobody speaks about it. No information abroad about it. Nothing about the real existing living society in Iraq, which in fact, by fighting for social justice and fighting for democracy, is fighting for peace in Iraq. And we should know about it and support it. The support from outside is first to give information about what's going on in Iraq and what's going on at the social level. And also, of course, we can imagine also, message of solidarity from trade unions to trade unions fighting in Iraq for social justice, women's movement and things like that. So, okay, you are. We know that you are developing some social fight and some fight for social justice and some in your country, and we support you from abroad and so on, which could be, of course, it's not of. It's important also to defend the movements in front of repression and from within. But first of all, people have to know about this ongoing movements in the Iraqi society, and we. Well,
may I just add a few words to say that I fully agree with Terry, I don't want to give the impression that the only thing we think is important is to
I didn't think you did at all.
But I didn't sort of say it right, and we're solidarity is, I think, extremely important, but solidarity with the civil society. You know, some people here say, okay, our government has a responsibility for solidarity. No, it can't go through the government because you know it never gets down to the people, and it's in respect of the autonomy of the people in Iraq fighting for social change that our solidarity has to go with civil society, and that's an important aspect too.
Good. So how do we do it? And